Okay, I'm amazed at how many of these store owners do not use schedulers. And I don't know if it's because they cost a little bit of money and you don't want to spend a little bit of money or not, but I think of my time as being extremely valuable too. And so when I sit down to work on my social media for the week, I might only spend 2 or 3 hours working on putting all my reels together, all my Facebook posts, all my Instagram, all of my YouTube things and all my YouTube clips and TikTok and anything else that I've got going on for that week, and I get it all done and knocked out. How do I do it? I use a scheduler. I use these little apps that are valuable to us. The number one that we use for Melrose is later.com, L-A-T-E-R, and it shows me by the week everything that I've got scheduled. I find that to be a lot better than using the Meta Business Suite. So if you're looking for something in Facebook and it's driving you crazy, I think there's a lot of bugs in the Meta Business Suite. Sometimes it closes on me, sometimes it's really slow to process. I just don't like it. Some other clients that I've had have used Hootsuite, and I've used that in the past, and I've also used Post Planner. If you have a lot of different pages that you're working with, maybe you've got multiple stores, look into something like Post Planner because you can decide where each post is going to go. If you're using a lot of different platforms, use something like Later or Hootsuite so you can say, I want this post to go on Instagram to look like this, and you just click on the button and it does the editing for you. Or you can pick your Facebook, your Twitter, your TikTok, wherever you want that to go. So let's talk about all these social media platforms anyway. Do you need to be on all of them? Well, if you can use a scheduler and you can use your time wisely, it doesn't hurt, because the people that are using Facebook are not the same people that are spending most of their time on Instagram, and they're not the same people that are spending their time on TikTok. So when you get ready to post, you can post something on Facebook and one person might see it, but the next person isn't going to see it at all because they're spending most of their time on Instagram. Most people will only use 2 social media platforms in a week, but they'll have their preferred. And we see that all the time at Facebook, and we can see the metrics in the Meta Business Center. If you go in there and you look at your page, it'll tell you how many of the people saw your post that was on Facebook versus how many saw it on Instagram. And over what we see is that the same person that's on Facebook doesn't go over to Instagram, and the people that are on Instagram are not watching it over on Facebook. So go ahead and use as many of those as you can, but make sure that your scheduler is doing that extra posting time for you and it's not taking your time. So now we have all of our camera clips, we have all of our photos, we have everything on our phone that's going to make it a shortcut. We know how to use all of those little special schedulers and things to save us time. Then you have to decide how you're going to post it. Are you going to make a post? Are you going to do a video? Are you going to do a story? Are you going to do a reel? Are you going to do a shorts? And so you can take that media that you have and you can do all of those different things. There is a difference. So when each user, kind of think of them as each individuals. Some people like to look at just posts. Some people like to just see the post on Instagram and scroll down the page. Others like to click that button and only watch reels. Some people like to watch reels with no audio on them. Each person is different, and each person is looking for something a little bit different with your content. So I'm going to advise that you try to do several different things with each of your content. With all of that being said, yes, you need to have photos. Yes, you need to have videos in your catalog that you can use at any point in time. The one thing I'm going to tell you that is trending is fast, fast, fast. They like those reels that are timed out to the music, and they like very short little clips, 10 or 11 in one reel that's going to go up. And when you do something like that and you make something like that, you're going to need a lot of different recordings into your file, into your camera roll. Okay, I've got another thing that's going to save you time. You're not going to believe it, but I reuse my work. So once I've created good content, it becomes evergreen content, and it's something that I can reuse and I can reschedule. So let's go over here in Instagram and let's take a look at my reels. And so my reels are going to be right here. And then let's just say I want to scroll down and I want to see that one. That one's a good one right there. Okay, and I'm going to turn the sand down on it. But you see these 3 little dots? When you do that, you're going to click Save to your device. And when you do that, it's going to download into your camera roll as a completed, ready-to-go reel. So now I have something that's already done, already produced, that I can put into later into the scheduler and rerun it in a different time frame or a different day of the week. And chances are, because people are creatures of habit, if you're a morning watcher of reels, you might not be a late night watcher of reels. And so I can reload that to reels. Or I can take that and I can upload it to shorts, or I can upload it to TikTok. So let's take a look at that real quick. So we just open the TikTok app. I've already downloaded it into my camera roll. I'm going to click, please let me make one. And I'm going to go over here to upload. And there's where I just downloaded it. And I'm just going to click next. I'm going to go into my World app. And I'm gonna put Holiday General, Melrose hashtags, that's ready to go. And then I'm just gonna post it. That's how fast it is once you've completed your content and you've downloaded it to your device to upload it someplace else. It's not gonna take you a lot more time to be on more platforms. Okay, let's do the same thing. Let's do it this time, but let's go ahead and go into, instead of TikTok, let's go into YouTube. Now, I will tell you, YouTube shorts are hot, hot, hot right now for Melrose. I don't even know why, but all of a sudden our shorts are a big thing. So I just clicked on the plus sign, create a short. Again, there it is. It was recently in my camera roll, 17 seconds. It says I created it on TikTok. That's fine. If they're gonna put their little logo on there, and that works for me. And they're gonna play it. And then I'm gonna say check mark, yes, it's ready to go. Next, it's ready to go. And then here's the difference with YouTube. They're gonna make me put a very short little title in there. And so chances are I'm gonna take some words off, see how it's long. So I just went ahead and used my copy paste, and then I'm just gonna take some stuff out. I'm just gonna delete, delete, delete so that I can have a shorter title. Oh, there, see, I'm short enough, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this out so it's a complete sentence. There's my title. And I want it to go public, so that's good. We want to make sure that that goes out to the public, upload short, and we're done. It's that easy to go ahead and take something from your camera roll and put that into your YouTube shorts too. I am an internet dummy. I don't know very much going on out there, but I have a 25-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 17-year-old. And you know what? They know a lot of tips and tricks that they can share with me sometimes. One of them is uBlock. And so my son during COVID was walking through the living room and saw me on YouTube, and an ad came up, and I went, oh, I hate ads on YouTube. And he said, Mom, nobody has to watch ads on YouTube. That's so old of you. I said, well, come over here and fix it for me. And so uBlock is an extension that you can add onto your browser. It's free to download. It's all over the internet. There are 9 browsers that you can get that for. And then when you're on YouTube, if the ads are annoying you or they're annoying your customers, you can tell them just to add that extension onto their browser. No more ads in YouTube. One more thing that people ask me about, and that is, how often should I be posting something? You know, if we're gonna have stories and we're gonna have posts and we're gonna have reels or videos that we're posting, each of those different types of content, should I do one of each every single day, or should I do multiples? What should I do? And a lot of that has to do with your own particular group. So whatever their tolerance is for passive advertising. And that's what we're doing in social media. We have passive advertising, and advertising that just kind of fits into the flow of what they're doing. And so usually when I start with a new client, the first thing I do is I just go ahead and crack those eggs. You gotta crack some eggs to make a cake. And so that might mean that I test it out a little bit. I push those limits and I see if I start to get any unsubs, or I see if maybe my viewership drops off a little bit. And so that's the best way to tell when you have too much, and then you can kind of back off of that a little bit. The other thing I want to talk to you about this social media branding and all of this marketing that we've been talking about, we have a couple of things set up for you so that you can talk to other retailers. We have a private group on Facebook called Melrose Retailers. You do have to have a business number and an account with Melrose to get in there. And the reason we do that is to make sure that we have everyone that actually has a store talking to somebody else who has a store. And that's set up for you to be able to make comments or to ask questions in that group. Also on our YouTube page, you can go in there and you can make comments on any of the Melrose Retailers videos that I post, like this one. And that is a great place that if you have a question for me, I'd be happy to answer right there. And then everyone else can see the question and everyone else can see the answers, because chances are if you're thinking about it, other people have that same question too. Thank you for joining us here at Melrose. We hope your social media explodes in 2023.